The spaceship, christened the Pioneer, sliced through the cosmos, its sleek hull reflecting the distant starlight. It was a marvel of human engineering, a testament to our unyielding curiosity and desire to explore the unknown. Its destination? Kepler 186f, a planet light years away, shrouded in mystery. This distant world had long been a subject of speculation and wonder, its secrets waiting to be uncovered by the brave souls aboard the Pioneer. Captain Eva Lawson, a woman with eyes as bright as distant stars, gripped the armrest. Her mind raced with the possibilities that lay ahead, the challenges they would face, and the discoveries they would make. Beside her sat Dr. Jan Lee, the mission's xenobiologist, his gaze glued to the scanner. He was a man of science, driven by a relentless pursuit of knowledge. Yet the unknown always carried a hint of fear. He was a man of science, yet a shiver of apprehension ran down his spine. The thought of encountering alien life, something entirely new and potentially dangerous, was both thrilling and terrifying. Landing on Kepler 186EF was a leap into the unknown. The planet's surface was unlike anything they had ever seen, a landscape that defied their expectations and ignited their imaginations.
The landing was rough, the ship shuddering as it punched through Kepler 186F's atmosphere. The crew braced themselves, their hearts pounding with a mix of fear and excitement. Outside, the sky blazed an unfamiliar shade of violet. It was a breathtaking sight, a reminder that they were truly in a different world, far from the familiar blue skies of Earth. Strange bioluminescent plants bathed the landing site in an ethereal glow. These plants, with their otherworldly luminescence, seemed to pulse with a life of their own, casting eerie shadows on the ground.
Eva, ever the pragmatist, ran a hand through her short, fiery hair. She took a deep breath, steeling herself for the challenges ahead. This was what she had trained for, what she had dreamed of.
"All right, team," her voice rang out. "Let's see what this new world holds." Her words were met with nods of determination, each member of the crew ready to face the unknown.
Stepping onto the planet's surface was like stepping into a dream. The ground felt different, the air smelled different. Everything was a sensory overload. The air hummed with the music of unseen creatures. It was a symphony of sounds, both alien and strangely beautiful, that filled the explorers with a sense of wonder. The ground beneath their feet was a carpet of velvety moss, springy and strange. It was unlike any vegetation they had encountered before, a testament to the planet's unique ecosystem. But it was a low, melodic meow that stopped them in their tracks, a sound so familiar yet so out of place in this alien world. They exchanged puzzled glances, wondering what other surprises this new world had in store for them.
"Did you hear that?" whispered Dr. Anya Sharma, the team's linguist. Her voice was barely audible, yet it carried a weight of urgency that made everyone stop in their tracks. Anya was a woman who found comfort in the structure of language, yet the sound sent a tremor of unease through her. She had spent years deciphering the most complex dialects, but this was different. This was something primal, something that tugged at the very core of her being. It was a cat's meow, unmistakable in its tone. The sound was so familiar yet so out of place in this alien environment. It echoed through the metallic corridors, sending shivers down their spines. But how could there be a cat on this distant world? They were light years away from Earth, in a place where no terrestrial life should exist. The very idea seemed absurd, yet the evidence was right in front of them.
They followed the sound, their boots crunching on the phosphorescent moss. Each step seemed to amplify the surreal nature of their surroundings, as if they were walking through a dream. The air grew thick with the scent of moisture and something else, something akin to cinnamon and rain. It was a fragrance that was both comforting and disconcerting, adding another layer of mystery to their journey. It led them to a clearing, bathed in the light of a double moon. The twin celestial bodies cast an ethereal glow, making the scene look like something out of a fairy tale, and there, perched on a rock, sat a cat. Its presence was both enigmatic and oddly reassuring, as if it belonged there more than they did.
It was no ordinary feline. There was an intelligence in its eyes that suggested it knew more than it let on. Its fur was black as night, shimmering like polished obsidian. Each strand seemed to catch the light in a way that was almost hypnotic. Its eyes, emerald green and wise, seemed to hold the secrets of the universe. They were eyes that had seen things, experienced things that no human could ever comprehend.
Greetings, it said, the word echoing in every language they knew. The sound was both alien and familiar, a bridge between worlds that defied explanation.
It spoke, stammered Dr. Lee, his eyes wide with disbelief. He was a man of logic, yet here was something that defied all scientific understanding. A cat that spoke was beyond improbable. It was impossible. And yet, here it was, its voice echoing in their minds in a symphony of languages.
How is this possible? Anya breathed, her fingers twitching as if to transcribe the impossible. Language was her life's work, and yet this cat shattered everything she knew about it. It spoke not just one language, but every language, its voice resonating in their minds in a way that transcended words.
The cat blinked, its emerald eyes holding their gaze.
Language, it purred, its voice echoing in their minds, is but a vibration, a frequency to be understood. It paused, its tail flicking back and forth. I am called Xylar.
Xylar, Eva repeated, testing the name on her tongue. She was a woman of action, yet even she was stunned by this creature. Who was Xylar and where did it come from? The questions hung heavy in the air, unanswered.
You wonder about my origins, Xylar purred, seemingly reading their thoughts. Its voice was a low rumble that seemed to vibrate in their bones. I am a traveler, a wanderer between the stars. My purpose? To observe, to learn.
Xylar's words were simple, yet they hinted at something vast and ancient. The cat was a puzzle box, its true nature shrouded in enigma. It was a being of immense power, yet it carried itself with a serene grace that was both disarming and unnerving. As days turned into weeks, Xylar became an integral part of their expedition. It was a constant presence, its emerald eyes observing their every move. It spoke to them of distant galaxies, of civilizations that had risen and fallen. It shared with them its wisdom, its knowledge of the universe and its many wonders.
There is a balance to the universe.
As Xylar purred one evening, its voice a low hum as it watched the double sunset.
A delicate harmony between chaos and order.
Its gaze, unblinking, settled on Eva.
You humans have the potential for great good, but also for great destruction.
Eva listened, her brow furrowed in thought. She was a soldier, trained for war. Yet Xylar's words resonated with a truth she couldn't ignore. Could this creature, this enigmatic feline, be the key to guiding humanity towards a more peaceful path?
But not everyone shared Eva's optimism. General Petrov, brought along to ensure the mission's security, saw in Xylar something else entirely. A weapon. He saw the cat's ability to speak any language, its vast knowledge, as a tool to be exploited.
Imagine, he rasped to Eva one night, his voice thick with ambition. We could control communication on a galactic scale. We could dictate the terms of any treaty, any alliance. His eyes gleamed with a dangerous light. We could rule the galaxy.
His words sent a chill down Eva's spine. She had seen the darkness in humanity, the lust for power that could corrupt even the purest of hearts. Could she trust humanity with Xylar's gift? Could she risk the fate of the galaxy on a hope for peace? The weight of the decision pressed down on Eva. On one hand, Xylar's knowledge could usher in a new era of peace and understanding. On the other, it could be the catalyst for a war that could consume the galaxy. She looked at her crew, at their faces etched with hope and fear. She looked at Xylar, the alien cat who had become both a friend and a responsibility. The decision, she knew, would have consequences that would echo through the stars.
We were sent here to explore, Eva said, her voice firm despite the turmoil within her. To learn, not to conquer. She looked at Petrov, her gaze unwavering. We will not exploit Xylar. Petrov's face contorted with rage, but before he could act, Xylar moved. In a flash of black fur, the cat was before him, its emerald eyes blazing with a power that made Petrov take an involuntary step back.
The universe is not yours to control, Xylar purred, its voice a low growl that seemed to shake the very ground beneath their feet. You will not use me for your wars. It turned its gaze to Eva, its eyes softening. The choice is yours, Captain. Choose wisely.
Eva knew that this was a pivotal moment. a point in history that would determine the fate of countless worlds. She had to make a decision, and she had to make it now.
We choose peace, Ava said, her voice clear and strong. Her words echoed in the silent room, resonating with the hearts of her crew. They had been through countless battles, faced numerous adversaries, but this decision felt different. It was not just about survival. It was about preserving something greater than themselves. We choose to protect Xylar and the knowledge he carries. This knowledge was not just data. It was the key to understanding the universe, a beacon of hope in the vast darkness of space. The crew knew the importance of their mission, and the weight of their responsibility was immense. She looked at her crew, her eyes filled with a determination she had never felt before. We choose the future. Each member of the crew nodded in agreement, their faces reflecting the same resolve. They were united in their purpose, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead.
And so, with a heavy heart but a clear conscience, Eva Lawson and her crew made a choice. They knew the risks, the potential consequences, but their commitment to their cause was unwavering. They were ready to stand against any opposition, to fight for what they believed in. They chose to defy the general, to protect Xylar, and to stand up for what was right, even if it meant going against orders. Their loyalty was to the greater good, to the future of the galaxy, and to safeguard the future of the galaxy. The stars and planets around them seemed to hold their breath, as if aware of the monumental decision being made. The crew felt the weight of the galaxy on their shoulders, but they were ready to bear it. They knew that the path ahead would be fraught with danger, filled with unknown perils and challenges that would test their limits. But their resolve was unshakable. But they were determined to see it through. Their journey was just beginning, and they were prepared to face whatever came their way, united and strong.
The fate of the galaxy hung in the balance, and at the heart of it all was an alien cat, a being of mystery and power, whose presence was both a blessing and a challenge. This enigmatic creature held secrets that could change the course of history. Who had chosen to place its trust in them? This trust was a fragile bond, one that the crew was determined to honor and protect. They knew that their actions would determine the future of countless lives. The journey had just begun, and the weight of destiny rested heavy on their shoulders. With every step they took, they carried the hopes and dreams of an entire galaxy, ready to face the unknown with courage and determination.